Richard Southern joins us now from the home office. Hey, Richard, how's it going?
Very well. How are you?
Not too bad. So it looks like the parent company of Tim Hortons is coming up with a plan to get their restaurants ready for reopening for seating.
Yeah, they're telling us how the dining rooms at Tim Hortons will look once Queen's Park gives the okay for restaurants to reopen. We don't know when that's going to be. You know, for 8 weeks, Tim Hortons has been only selling its coffee and its donuts and sandwiches via the drive-thru and via delivery. But when the restaurants themselves do reopen, Tim Hortons says it'll widen the space between the tables, it will sanitize them after every use, and it will also limit the amount of customers per table. I had a chance to catch up today with its chief operating officer.
A majority of our business has always been through the drive-through, but we are operationally ready to provide both safe and comfortable dine-in options as soon as local authorities allow it. And now in our dining rooms, we're going to have tables that are 2 meters apart, and you're going to be seeing those tables sanitized and cleaned in between every single use. I think it's going to give people a lot of confidence that it's a safe and comfortable place to come with your family and friends.
Janella Timmies tells me that they've seen a big uptick, of course, in the drive-thru and in the delivery, and it says it expects that to kind of continue once the pandemic's over. So they're thinking this may have permanently changed customers' buying habits.
Yeah, and maybe the seating arrangements is what we're going to see, from lots of different establishments. It's just going to
more cleaning, like in this case, after every use. He also talked about how they're going to clean the bathrooms more diligently and more often. So that's going to change.
Not such a bad thing. A cleaner, cleaner place to eat, a cleaner place to visit. Okay. 100%. Meanwhile, some sad news for a popular bar in downtown Toronto.
Yeah, if you've lived in Toronto a while, I bet you've been to the Crocodile Rock, Janella, at
well,
Adelaide and Duncan. Yeah, it's closing up. It posted this message to its social media, and it said the ownership group simply couldn't continue to keep the bar in business. It didn't offer up any more details, but sort of, thanked its customers and its suppliers. Crocodile Rock has been around for almost 30 years there at Adelaide and Duncan. A fixture in the entertainment sector there. Very much kind of a party, almost club-like bar. And unfortunately, it's just the latest victim of COVID-19, Janella.
You got to wonder, is Toronto just going to look completely different when all this is done? Because I feel like every week we're hearing about a major business, a staple in the city that is shutting its doors permanently.
My local bar has already announced it's done. There's a lot of these little, bars you wouldn't notice. They're not necessarily special, but they're local and they're important to the people in the communities, and they're going away.
It's really tough. Okay, some good news though. Fans of musicals are getting a chance to watch one of the most popular performances from the comfort of their own home. This theater is across the street from us, and let me tell you, the lineups getting in and out, we won't have to deal with that.
Yeah, Hamilton, we were talking about, how the production might not be back on the stage in Toronto until next year, but here comes Disney today saying, we have a Hamilton movie, and we're going to move it up a year. It's going to debut on July 3rd of this year. It's not going to be in theaters, of course. It's going to go on Disney's streaming service called Disney+. It was shot over 4 performances a few years ago on Broadway. The full cast, including Lin-Manuel, is in it. So it's supposed to be quite something. And Disney's betting that more people are going to sign up for their streaming service to watch Hamilton. Janella, you and I are back just a little after 6:30. We're looking at some big news regarding your backyard garden and a big debate brewing about the TTC. Hoping you'll join us after 6:30.
Okay, we'll see you next hour.
Thanks.